today with Alex Parks, Managing Director of Sun Resources. Alex, thanks for your time.
Thanks, David.
Essentially, Sun is reborn, new management, new projects. What's the focus?
So we've refocused on conventional oil and gas, and we're particularly focused on an area of the Gulf of Mexico that lies in the ultra-shallow water just southeast of New Orleans. This area produced 1 billion barrels of oil and 5 TCF in its history. Its heyday was in the sort of 50s through to 70s. Small oil companies maintained a bit of an interest, but mostly the area has been unloved since the early 90s. Now, horizontal drilling technology didn't really eventuate in the oil and gas industry until the mid to late 90s, and we've got a very simple strategy. We're going to go back into old fields, some that have produced previously, and using 3D seismic and horizontal drilling technology, we believe that we can bring some fields to production, put them on and make quite good money. The area is, because of the history and the water depth, ultra low cost. The well that we're looking to drill in the first quarter of next year is only $3.6 million US to drill a horizontal well. The tieback cost for that could be very little. So we think that we can make profitable production out of here in an area that is at the moment relatively low competition. We picked our first project because it's a field that had 4 wells in the 1960s that produced oil. It's produced about 75,000 barrels of oil, but they didn't do very well because they were vertical wells producing relatively thin oil and relatively thin oil sand. We have the very simple strategy of to put a horizontal well in between these former producers, put it on production, and we believe it's conventional oil and gas. We should get a good, healthy flow rate, and we're going to use that money and the cash flow from that to fund further acquisition of land and projects in the area, and hopefully build quite a sensible business.
What's the infrastructure like in this area?
There's still a lot of the old infrastructure from the 70s, so there's plenty of things for us to tie into and export. It's all barely utilised. It's still got some oil and gas in it, but there's plenty of capacity for us to utilise. Our nearest tie-in point is only 1.6 miles, 2.5 kilometres to the northwest of our proposed well location. So to lay a tie-in line is $500,000.
You've only recently really picked the project up earlier this year. What have you done since grabbing the project?
So we've been doing a detective story essentially. We identified this project based on 1960s wells and production that was in the geological database of Louisiana. We have gradually worked, we bought the 3D seismic, or licensed the existing 3D seismic over the field, and we've set about interpreting that, searching far and wide to find data, digitizing all the logs. We built ourselves a 3D geological model to help with the visualization. We worked the 3D seismic very well, and we're quite comfortable that we've got a resource that is definitely there. It's flowed oil, and the more work we do on the seismic and the areas that we find, we see plenty of potential in this area. And so, yeah, I'm very keen to pick up additional acreage in the area.
And where to from here?
The focus is finding a farming partner at the moment. We've just finalised the well site location. We've surveyed the final location, and we're full speed ahead with the permitting of the well. We're looking for a farming partner to join us at the moment. I think the project should be attractive to the small to mid-cap companies because it's essentially drilling proven oil. So we announced that farm out process is beginning as of this morning. What I'm looking to do is find a farming partner before the end of this year for drilling in the first quarter of next year.
The sun could be rising on Sun Resources. Alex, exciting times ahead. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, David.